Jared here again at Moose's. We've had a lot of people ask us about removing tint, adding tint, stuff like that. So you can remove tint. One of the ways that we do, which is the best that I feel, is I use the steamer. I've already had it plugged in, it's already warmed up. As you can see, it just projects hot steam. So what I do with that, this is a nice soft foam pad at the end, so I can touch the window and I won't hurt the window or scratch the window. What we're doing here is we are taking off 15% tint and then we are gonna reapply 5% tint. What I do is I'll just start at the top. And then I'll take a razor blade and I will get behind the tint. And I'll scrape it a little bit. What I'm trying to do with the steamer is I'm trying to make it to where I don't have any glue left over once I peel it off. So I'll crease that real quick so I can grab it with my fingers. Just as a precautionary thing, don't put your hand up there when you're steaming because you will burn yourself. And as you can see, if you come over here real quick, you can see this little discoloration right here. And what that is I'm probably going just a little bit too fast. So I'll go ahead and slow down a little bit more because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this finish. So this finish, I don't have to do any scraping with a razor blade. I can just quickly use a scratch pad, clean it with some soap, and then reapply the 5%. So. As you can see, we do have a little glue resin left over, which isn't a huge deal. We'll just take a razor blade, keep the steam going, go over it, hit it with the razor blade real quick. And the glue comes off. And then I'll just proceed to clean just like I always do and reapply 5% tint and get it out the door. Boom. So now what we're doing is we're just loading up the 5% film. One thing we do here is we try not to hand cut on the vehicle as much as possible. So for the most part, I would say 95% of everything we do comes through this cutter. Right now we have a vinyl cutter blade in there, so we will go ahead and remove that. Put our tint blade in, make sure there's no debris on it. Check our force. And then, I don't know if you can see up here, if you want to come over here. We have We use Expel window film, so we also have their window template program. So I have punched in what the vehicle is, the make, model, year, the trim package, and right now I have selected the rear window and the 2 back windows, and then I have rotated them 90 degrees to take up as much room of the tint as we can, so we have a little amount of waste. So now that I have that, and once I'm done with this, I'll be coming back up here to select the 2 front windows and then the whole windshield. You'll watch me do that a little bit later on. I'll have to shrink the windshield. So for now, I will start cutting. Then I come over here and I just try to guide it if I have to, like this. Just like that. Sometimes it'll get stuck on itself. I have this one set at 100 for the pressure. Boom. So then I got to feed it all the way back out. Then what I do is I'll bring it over here on our cutting table. Roll it out, and then I will trim. I leave a little bit of a gap all the way around. This is where you put in 10 boring minutes later.
6.5 hours later.
And at this point, this back window's ready to go. So I could either roll this up, put it on the shelf for tomorrow or whenever I have another install. But since the truck's in here and I'm removing, I'm gonna go ahead and just roll this up, take it out to our glass board and install it in a few minutes. Thanks for watching.
Did you get a shot while you're on that side of the glass and then he goes?
Are you filming any of this?
Yeah, it's all filming.